I left YouTube about, let's say 2 years ago. I posted my last ASMR relaxation post while I was in college. And I was enjoying myself. I had partaken of ASMR for helping me sleep at night for years at that point. And, I wanted to give back to the channel and community that had, taken care of me for so long. I stopped making videos after only a few short years because, well, it's one of the things about the internet is when you start contributing to it, really contributing to it, is when all the ants come out of the woodwork. That's when, it's when you finally have something that you wanted for a long time that you realize just how flawed it really is. We all want that brand new iPhone, but it's only until you get that brand new iPhone that maybe it's not as great as you thought it was going to be, or that new car, that new computer. Whenever you get something you really want, when all you do is want it, all you focus on are the good things about it. You don't have to acknowledge the bad things because it doesn't belong to you. You don't have it for yourself. And then when you finally do is when you start to really see it for what it is. And that's what happened to me with my YouTube channel. The worst possible people on the face of the earth found their way to me. And I was just a lowly little, I won't say little, but just a lowly newcomer. A guy with a deep voice talking into a microphone. I wasn't doing anything particularly original. I was just kind of following whatever video types were popular and doing my own take on them. You could say I was a bit of a hack, but I did it with the best intentions, but, the road to hell, I guess, is paved with good intentions. But today, I'm not sure where any of those good intentions really are anymore. I stopped my channel 2 years ago because I just didn't like being called a fatty. Or I didn't like people commenting on my beard. Things like that. I'm a bit sensitive, Call me pathetic, call me what you will. But, and I've always been a big advocate for anti-bullying campaigns. And most people, when they think of bullying, they think of something as simple as a child telling another child that he doesn't like his shoes, or just poking him, calling him a booger face. People don't realize just how toxic real bullying can be. First of all bullying is real bullying. There is no form of human deprivation that is better than another. It's all disgusting. It's all terrible. We're all guilty of it. We all do it. We all criticize celebrities and music and art. We all criticize people and things all the time. It's in our nature. But when human nature devolves into something so vile and toxic that it makes you physically ill just to think about, that's when you know you've really gone too far. You've dug a hole so deep you've bypassed the gold and the diamonds, and you've wound up with lava. And that's really no way to exist. I came home from a long day at work today, a 12-hour shift. I do customer service support for the IRS, and I've spent all week working 12-hour shifts listening to people yell and scream and curse at me because their payment to the IRS got rejected or something like that. I have a 12-hour day filled with just some of the most negative things on the face of the earth. So when I come home at the end of the day and I'm stressed out and I'm tired, there's nothing I like to do more than put on my headphones and listen to some of my favorite ASMR content creators talking in the background. Maybe while I eat dinner or something like that. But that didn't get to happen today. I was having a decent afternoon. I came home. I saw that, hey, we got a new Star Wars trailer. The Batman Superman trailer got leaked. It was a good day for me, all in all, after work. Slayer released a new song. It was pretty cool. Deftones and Incubus are going on tour together. They're going to be playing not far from where I live. Hey, in 3 weeks I get to go to the Carolina Rebellion Festival in North Carolina. And I get to see a lot of my favorite bands for the first time. Slipknot, Godsmack, Motorhead. It's a good day. But I needed to de-stress, so hey, let's get on YouTube. Let's see what's happening. Let's pull up my subscriptions tab and see if I've got any new videos. Oh look, I have 2 new videos. They're both from Springbok. Oh man, fantastic. She's one of my favorites. Spring is just, she is so kind and sweet and cheerful, and oh man, she's fantastic. I love it when she posts new videos, and oh man, I haven't seen a new one from her in a while. This is going to be great. I love the video. I got to tell you, my favorite video is the one where she's sitting in her room, and by this point, she's told everybody about the little boutique that she runs where she sells clothes, and which is great. I've been trying to start my own business for a long time, and she's doing it. She's running her own business, and that's fantastic. Oh man, that in and of itself is inspiring. It's my favorite video is when she's pretending she's running the shop, and she's got the clothes set up behind her and off to the side, and she's helping me pick out an outfit for my girlfriend or something. I know what my girlfriend's style is. I managed to sneak some measurements out of her. God only knows how I did that, and she's helping me pick out just the right outfit so that I can give it to my girlfriend because she'll love it. Spring's got such great taste in fashion. She's got fantastic outfits. This is a great video. I wonder what these 2 new videos she's posted. Man, 2 videos from her in the same day. That's fantastic. Why does that one called Farewell? I don't understand. Ephemeral Rift, he's been posting a bunch of videos with some misleading titles like that. And maybe this is something like that. Or, hey, she put out an ASMR album. Maybe this is something from that. Just something. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what it is. Let's jump ahead 33 minutes. I've finished watching her farewell video. And I am just disgusted. Like, I feel sick to my stomach. And I've been getting over a cold for the last week, and I finally am feeling better. And now it feels like I've caught some kind of weird stomach flu. But I haven't. I've been exposed to just the worst kind of people on the face of the earth, and they weren't even addressing me. The fact that people have sunk so low that they could do the things they were doing to this young woman, I can't even begin to wrap my mind around it. Every day we're bombarded with news reports about a police officer killed a young man, or terrible storms struck a foreign country, people are dying, sick, there's an epidemic somewhere, you know, poor child was diagnosed. We're bombarded with just the worst things that could possibly happen to mankind every day. And yet none of it has left me with such unbelievable shock and awe as finding out what Spring has had to endure all this time. It's something I honestly can't believe could get this out of control. I won't say I can't believe it could happen, because I do. We see it all the time on YouTube. We all know that the YouTube comment section is just a breeding ground, a cesspool of negativity. We all know it. Doesn't make it right. It's never been right. But for it to just become something like this, something that would then bleed into other realms of the internet, onto Reddit and Tumblr and other places like that, where just the darkest recesses of the World Wide Web could take one person and bring them down so low that the people inhabiting those cesspools of human filth and negativity and hatred could be so just unbelievable, so evil. And not just like bad person evil, like comic book supervillain evil. It's unimaginable. You see things like this in crappy movies and on TV shows. You know, we always think this is the kind of thing that will happen to somebody else. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're all somebody else to somebody else. I took a couple of cheap shots over YouTube about my weight and my appearance. And I turned tail and ran. She endured all this time. She took the blows and just kept getting herself back up and pushing forward. And that wasn't enough. We did this. We as a people did this. Now, you listening to this, you may have had nothing to do with it. You know, I personally never had anything to do with it, but we as a species, we as the human race are responsible for this. We all did this because we're all in this together. Enough of us knew this was going on and continued to let it happen. And that's the part that makes me feel the most conflicted. We fought so hard for things like net neutrality, and this is what we do with it. We fought for net neutrality so that we as free-thinking men and women could share our ideas and our work and our thoughts. Not to waste our time and energy bringing a person down over and over and over again. She was brought down and picked herself back up. And the absolute monsters that brought her down in the first place just kept trying harder and harder to bring her down again. I don't know where I'm going with all this. Nothing I'm saying right now is anything that most of you are already saying yourselves or that hasn't already been said, but I just don't get it. I don't fucking get it. Like why? Why would we do something like this? What possible reason could there be for it? To go to the trouble of hacking and stealing data for the sole purpose of finding somebody's home address just so you could make their lives miserable? Like, why? I've been doing stand-up for 10 years. I'm a very firm believer in the idea that nothing is sacred. There's nothing so taboo that it can't be funny, but God, right now, I feel so proven wrong because I can't find anything funny about this. 10 years I've been doing stand-up. I tell jokes about anything, 9/11, murder, eating disorders, depression. Because I'm a firm believer that making a joke about something is much different from making a joke out of something. Making a joke out of something depreciates the value of the experience. Because even the most negative things in our lives can bring something special into them. I believe it was Robin Williams who said it best when he said, "You will always have bad times, but they will always wake you up to the stuff you weren't paying attention to." And that kind of goes back to what I said earlier. We all want something. But then when we have it, that's when we start to notice its flaws. And unfortunately for Nicole, she finally had a YouTube channel with people who loved her for the simplest thing in the world, her voice. And she finally had that in the palm of her hand. And then she realized just how flawed it was. And I think the part that really hits me the hardest is that she won't be the last. She wasn't the first and she won't be the last. It's going to keep happening. And this post I've made right now, it's probably not going to do a whole lot. It's not going to make much of a difference. But at the same time, it makes all the difference because so many of us out there have something to say. We have something to contribute. And we don't. We just don't for whatever reason. It's not our business. It's not our problem. But it could be any one of us next time, or somebody that you know, somebody that you're close to. And I think that makes it all the more worth saying something. Because when good people do nothing, then they're just as guilty as the bad people doing everything. That's not, exactly what the quote is supposed to be, but it's currently 1:20 in the morning. I worked a 12-hour day today, and I have to work another 12-hour day tomorrow. I have to be up in 5 hours to get ready for work. But somehow this just seems so much more important right now. More important than anything else going on in my life, because it's just so unfucking believable that things could get this bad. And at the same time, it also acts as a reminder to me. Every once in a while, I get the inspiration to come back and do something great and wonderful with this channel. And every time I do, something like this happens. It just reminds me it's not worth it. It's really not, because Nicole was the best of us. She really and truly was. And if the best of us can be taken down like that, then frankly, as far as I'm concerned, it's not deserved. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow ASMR content creators started shutting down their channels left and right. I wouldn't be surprised one bit, and I'd hold it against none of them, because it's just too much. It's too much. Things shouldn't be this bad. Ordinarily, before bed, I'd sit down, I'd watch a movie, watch something on Netflix. I'd have an Angry Orchard and just kind of enjoy my last few moments of conscious comfort before I closed my eyes and drifted off, with my iPad set up right next to my bed, connected to some speakers, and my special Sleepy Time playlist set up with Haley, Whispering Rose, Maria, Heather Feather, Amal, and Spring, Nicole. I'm really, really going to miss her. There's just no other way to say it. I am going to miss her. Like I know a lot of you will. And it's a shame. It's a real shame. But I don't believe in ending things on a negative note. I don't. No matter what I'm doing, if I'm performing stand-up or performing music, or even doing a video talking about just how unbelievably pissed off I am at everybody, I've got to end on something positive. And I'm making that especially true tonight because it's the way Nicole ended her video. She ended her video, a 33-minute video, discussing all of the terrible things she's had to endure. She still managed to end her video by telling everyone who supported her how much she loved them. She ended her video with an "I love you" to everybody who had been there for her. And I will not tarnish anything about her by stooping to such low of a level that I'm going to end a video angry. So, to Nicole, to Spring, I raise a toast to you. I usually only reserve this particular brand of spiced rum for special, happy, joyous occasions, toasting the birth of a baby or somebody getting engaged, celebrating a great performance, something special and happy worth toasting for. But for this, for Nicole, I'm going to toast to you because you're worth toasting for. And you're worth breaking out the good booze, and I don't want you to ever think you're worth anything less than the very best. So, Nicole, I'm going to miss you. But your videos will still remain a part of my daily sleep ritual. And tonight as I go to bed, actually, before I go to bed tonight, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go visit your boutique. Because my girlfriend needs a new outfit. And I think you're definitely the best choice for me to find just what she needs. So I'm going to go ahead and take a drink, and I'm going to head over to your boutique. And you're going to help me pick out something that I know she'll like, whether it's a black military-inspired jacket with silver shoulder decorations and some black tulle, or maybe a nice floral pattern dress. Something. You'll find something that I know she'll like, and at the end of the video, you'll hand me an outfit that she's just going to look stellar in. Because Nicole, you're the best. And today was the first day in South Carolina that it really truly felt like spring outside. I got in my car to drive to work, and the sun was shining, the sky was blue, the weather was nice and mild, there was a nice breeze. It was a beautiful, beautiful day, and I knew spring had finally arrived. I hope whatever you do from here, Spring, it makes you happy. Because if there is one thing you know how to do better than anything else, it's how to brighten up the lives of the people who are in your presence. You know how to brighten up a room. Whether you're on a computer screen in a darkened bedroom or just sitting in a room smiling and selling clothes to a guy who is terrible at picking out gifts for his girlfriend. You're the best. And I'm going to miss you. So, spring to you. If you've sat through till the end, thank you for watching and for listening. It's time for me to go to bed. I'm going to get up tomorrow. I'm going to go to work, and I'm going to come home. I'm going to drink a cider. And I'm going to keep enjoying everything that Nicole has brought to the ASMR community. And even if she's no longer a part of it, she always will be in our minds and in our hearts. So the best of luck to you, Spring. Best of luck to you, Nicole. Go shape the world in the way that only you can do it.